He got a sandwich, watched Demon Slayer, and winked on it, all in the matter of the same hour. Like, does it get better?
No. You had a complete day in 1 hour. Congratulations.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, what's happening, people? You know what it is. This is the High Level Podcast. We'd like to welcome everybody to episode 8. It's been an amazing 8 weeks. If you're joining us, then you know we're on YouTube at the High Level Podcast. You can also find this podcast on all audio platforms. I want to welcome another guest to the show today, someone I've been anticipating coming on. It's going to be a great episode, guys. So without further ado, my guy, Steven's in the house.
How you guys doing? How you doing?
Bro, thank you for coming. It's been a long time coming.
I've been waiting for this.
I know, dude. I'm happy. This guy right here, someone who definitely is a supporter of the High Level Pod. He hits me up every week after he watches an episode. We're going to have some fun today.
Heck
For
yeah.
sure.
I want to switch it up today, guys. And for everyone who's been following along, I think we're going to open up with a thread today. We're going to get the juices flowing with a thread.
Open up with a thread, huh?
We're going to open with a thread.
Okay, go off.
So here's one. It's titled, Hard Time Dealing with Getting Older. So this man writes, I'm 34 and having a hard time dealing with getting older. Part of it is my friends are progressing and getting married and having kids, and I'm not there. Another part is that I'm visibly getting older, eye bags, wrinkles, so on. I have this fear that I will just be undesirable, and so I better find someone sooner than later. The events that I used to go to had people in their mid-20s. Now I feel like a weirdo being there. Sometimes I wake up in a panic and that another day is elapsing and I'm just getting older. It's depressing. I never felt this way when I was 27 or 28. I started feeling this around 32. I know it's just part of life, but I'm really having a hard time with it. Would appreciate any and all help and support. So I feel this.
Wow.
Like, I know I'm still young.
Sad.
Like, I'm only 29. You're only 29. You are.
I'm 24.
Oh, so you're
I'm
so
a
you're
young
young.
one.
So
You're a
all right, I
youngster.
didn't realize
Yeah.
that. All right, so you're, not that much younger, but
No.
24 is a leap to 29, though, the shit that you experience and go through in life.
Yeah.
I would
Completely
say
different mindsets.
I'm feeling this guy heavy. I have those moments even at 29 where I'm like,
Yeah.
just the pressure of life and like where society thinks you should be at a certain place, and you see all like your friends who like are doing certain things that you want to be doing and aren't. So like, it's a tough situation to be in. Like,
Yeah. I think it's very tough when, like, you're trying to separate, like, I'm not trying to compare myself, but you're also like, but my
It's human
peers
nature.
are progressing and
Yeah.
I'm a part of my peers and I'm not progressing. So,
right. What
I feel that heavy because like for me it's like right now it's just like all my friends are like relationships or talking to someone. Like me, I'm still trying to like get out there. Like I'm a lover boy. Like a lot of people like tell me like, oh, go and do this whole shit. And I'm like, that's just not me. Like,
right.
so like for
Oh,
me,
I
like
respect that.
for me it's just like a lot tougher. So like I feel him because like I feel like I'm one of those people like, will I ever like find like the one, like, you know what I mean? Like heart been broke so many times. Sure, I'll wait for that lyric, but like you know.
No, I agree though, because it's like, I don't know, there's so much pressure. Like, obviously,
the societal pressure, but then the pressure you
that
like
you
put
give
on
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah. And I think part of that is also like for me, I feel it also because like I had kids young. Like I had my first kid I was 18 turning 19. Like, so for me I feel it because like my friends say to me all the time, it's one of them ones where like I want a lot of the things in their life that they have, but they also are trying to get to a point in their life to where I am.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like, you're like, really? You want to be in my position? Like, really?
Have the kids already, like.
But I don't know, like
You might have went like too fast, like, you know what I mean, like
almost
you,
a
like,
little bit. Like,
you went straight to the boss.
I did.
You know? And now you want to go back. You want to play the rest of the game, but everyone else is trying to get to the boss.
Everyone's
now.
trying to get to the boss. I'm going for a second round here. You know,
You beat the game once, you're going again.
that's
Yeah.
it. But I don't know. I think if I could give this guy some advice, I mean, he's a couple of years older than me. I would say age is a number, but it's also a mindset.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you can change like a certain mindset, and guys, everyone listening, this is real shit. A certain mindset will change your life. Like if you can change your mindset, once you change your mindset,
everything
everything
changes.
else,
Yeah.
like it's like a domino effect. You change your mindset, you think about things a little bit different. You're going to attract different things, different people, different vibes. So I would say
Absolutely.
change your mindset, and
Yeah.
the rest will kind of almost follow.
Yeah, it
Normally-
will follow.
I agree. If you live your life like you're 34 and miserable, you're gonna be
You're gonna be
34 and miserable every day. But like if you wake
Exactly.
up one day and you be like, let me try to act like maybe I'm like 27 and maybe
know?
comfortable with where I am.
Right.
You might just feel a
Just
little
get
better.
out there.
Physically, you won't be 27 and happy, but like if
Yeah.
you make yourself believe it, you might be able to trick your mind to
Believe
being
in
happy.
it.
You
Yeah.
know.
No, for sure. And it's, your mind, you're your own worst enemy always, for the most part. So,
Very true.
I was one of those
very
people
true.
for a long time that couldn't get out of their own way. Like 2 left feet, 3 steps forward, 10 back kind of thing. And
Yeah.
like, you got to catch your behaviors and you got to train your mind to think a certain way, even when you don't believe it. At least that's what I had to do. Cause
Fake it till
I'm
you make
not-
it.
Yeah, I'm not in that place anymore, thankfully. But, so yeah, that's a little.
That's a good
I
one.
thought that was a good thread to
That's a
kick
good
it
thread.
off
Yeah.
and get it slightly deep. I feel like
That's how you wet the whistle.
we've been walking the line. Now I'm like slowly crossing that line and sort of like opening up a little bit. So,
That's a good one.
but a couple of things I do want to talk about before we just rip into some more juicy ass threads is I want to talk music with you because I know you're a big music guy. You make music.
Yes.
You do your damn thing. You showed me a couple songs like when we chilled a few months back, and I was like, "Damn, bro,
Yeah.
for real, it's like that. Like you got some bars, a good flow, all that." But what I do want to open with, and guys, everyone that's tuning back in, I know we put this to rest already last week, but I do have to get at least your opinion and your take on the whole
Yeah,
Drake
we-
and Kendrick
we
thing.
need
Like
it.
if we're talking music, I mean,
How can we not?
We haven't talked about
yeah.
this yet.
Yeah. I don't-
so
we
like,
haven't talked about it even like over Snap at all.
no,
so.
at all.
So for me, song wise, I think the Metro Boomin one, the BBL Drizzy.
Yo, baby, yeah, Drizzy.
Everywhere I go, it's just BBL Drizzy.
I love it.
It was a fire beat.
BBL Drizzy. I'm like, oh my god.
I liked Ross's champagne moments. I think it's called.
That gets
I like
overshadowed
shit, too.
so much.
That was a good one.
But I'm not gonna lie, Kendrick. I feel like got the feedback from the first one. No, the first one was like he said stuff, but I feel like the layout of the song was just like all over the place. Like he was going like soft and then he went hard, and it's like, and then you're just like, okay.
For me, Kendrick came correct. Don't get me wrong, but I think even Not Like Us, bop.
Yeah.
Like I rock
Yeah.
with that song. But the thing for me is it was almost like, when you're like 8 years old and you're mad at your friends and like you pick that one thing and you just go
you just hammer
over.
in on
Yeah,
that.
like that was like the whole song was like you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, dude, like is this a diss track or is this like
Or are you just
focused
calling
on
him a
what-
pedophile?
Yeah, like you know what I mean?
I guess it was more like a taunting song, like ha ha ha.
Yeah,
I mean, that
I
shit-
think it was definitely like a let's
that shit's a
let's see
bop.
what he'll say to it. Like let's see how much I can say for
Yeah.
a response out of him.
And I think Drake really held his, like, everyone's gonna, ghostwriter, go, whatever. Every rapper has a ghostwriter for the most part, unless you're Eminem. I don't really think Kendrick has a ghostwriter, but, like, most rappers have a
Yeah.
ghostwriter.
There are definitely a lot of
it,
rappers
like,
that don't write their own lyrics.
and
Yeah.
so, like, I think Drake came correct. Like, the things he said, and
He held his ground.
he did.
held
Like,
his ground.
and Kendrick's a big dog. That's
He
not,
definitely didn't get bullied. Like,
That- no,
like
no,
a lot
no.
of people would, like, if you think about this, like overall, like a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, Kendrick's better than Drake. So they're gonna be like, oh, Kendrick would body Drake. But I
He
think
didn't body
Drake
him.
was able to at least sit there, take
I
the
think
shots.
he was able to go toe to toe.
Didn't win the fight, but I think he definitely won a couple rounds.
I think my take is this. I don't think either of them won or lost.
I agree.
I think hip hop won. The culture.
Yes.
When I said it on the pod last week. Like the culture won because at the end of the day, they both made fire
hip hop
tracks.
is trending right now. Like
Yeah.
It's like
And
the
all
only
the-
thing that you hear about now. Like
That's it.
what, like if you were to type rap in YouTube,
That would be the
you
first
just
And
put in the
the first
letter
thing
K
that pop
on
up-
YouTube and Kendrick Not Like Us comes up.
yeah,
You put in D, just the letter D, Drake.
Drake comes up.
Meet the what is it? Family Matters.
Matters.
yeah,
Everything like
that was a good one.
All of them were great. But I think one thing that got slept on that wouldn't have if Drake and Kendrick weren't beefing was Chris Brown and Quavo. Because Chris
Yeah.
destroyed him.
That was
Bro,
so
destroyed him.
out of left field. I loved it though.
No one would have expected that
They
Chris
had
Brown
smoke, though.
would have just but like
Skated.
who would have thought that Chris Brown would have came out boom
Yo,
like
he-
to
he's-
Quavo out of
yeah.
all people was like okay.
He did skate on that too. He like, and I've again, I don't want to beat a dead horse or anything, but like, wow, he bodied him.
He did though. He really did.
Yeah.
That did get overshadowed.
Like when he like,
That was a big hit for Quavo and like no one really like noticed it.
and he
and then he's buying out his shows, like on some 50 Cent petty shit. Like it always boils back to 50 Cent. Whenever another rapper gets petty, I'm always like, yo, I always bring up 50.
50
I
did
love
it.
50 Cent,
I
though.
fucking love 50 Cent.
I do too. I do love 50.
He's gonna
without
be in my
question.
Apple replay this year. I promise you.
Nah.
With over like 900 minutes.
So, all right. So that's your take. Again, guys, not trying to beat a dead horse. I know I said I put the Drake Kendrick shit to rest, and we are, but I got to get the opinion of the guest. Because after all, we do talk music on this podcast. So if you don't like it, deal with it. What else? So who, and I don't even think like, it's crazy because we've chilled mad times and I've never like, I don't know. I don't want to say get to know you, but like
Yeah.
get
Pick
to
his
know.
brain.
So yeah, pick your brain about shit.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I'm about to do. Who's your favorite artist?
All time
Yeah.
I would
Or right now. For right now.
all time I would have to say it would have to be A Boogie.
A Boogie. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been on A Boogie
No, I'm not hating. I fuck with A Boogie.
2016. No.
What the fuck
I'm
I'm supposed to say?
drowning.
Police pull me away.
Ever since I'm not a regular
Say-
person type shit, like I've been a big fan. So
Bet. I like that.
I plan on going to his concert when he comes.
I like that. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
I like A
That's
Boogie because
refreshing
he's
to
one
hear,
of those.
actually.
He's one of those rappers that like people allow to be soft. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he doesn't always have
Yeah.
to say the hardest shit. Like he can be in his feels and people fuck with it. Like
Nah,
I'm
I
not
fu-
gonna
I fuck
lie.
with it.
DTB my whole life. Sorry, but
When I think of A Boogie, I think of everyone shitting on him for his verse on with Pop Smoke. When he's like,
for the
yeah,
night?
let's go.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So, all right. So he's your favorite artist, but let me throw this at you, and it doesn't have like take this how you want it, whether it's of all time or just right now. Who's like your top 5? Doesn't you know what? Let's not even do all time because everyone's a big pop.
Yeah, because like,
Jay-Z.
how'd you miss this
No,
guy?
your
Like-
top
So
five.
like your top 5
Yeah.
right now. Like who are the top 5 artists you're listening to right now?
So top 5, A Boogie, Future, that Mexican OT. I don't know if y'all are hip to him.
Nah.
I just got
but
hip to him the other
that Mexican
day.
OT is go listen to
He
him.
got
he's,
some
he's
bops.
fire. He's fire.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of Juice World. Even though like he's not making any new shit, but like you know just
He
I've
definitely not
I've,
making
I've
no
been
new
able to
shit.
fall in love with this music. So like,
Terrible.
RIP my man.
R.I.P.
Oh shit, that got foul.
And then after that, I'd probably say like Migos in general, like
Migos.
all their stuff
As a whole?
as a collective.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I fuck with Migos. I love Migos. No
You know, like
doubt.
they're
Who left all bad and bougie?
You know, we're no bad bougie.
oh that had to have been like one of the greatest interview moments at that time. It
Oh,
was,
of
like,
course, that was so.
Academics
good. That
was shook.
So good.
the way he looked
said,
as a reporter, he was like, oh shit, yeah.
R.I.P. Take off.
Yeah,
RIP to two.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a good talk. I like that. I like that talk.
It's definitely like
that 5 right now. It's
like a
different.
younger person's top 5, but like
Yeah, but a lot of like.
I like
know.
it though.
yeah.
I expected Future, but also didn't expect Future.
I like Future because Future just works with everyone. Like I like
Yes.
A Boogie because he works with everybody. So like being like saying you listen to A Boogie, like
He
also
really
listen to
supports
A
New
Boogie's
York
features
artists a
on people,
lot.
Like yeah, I
I like that.
don't hate me for this. I would say A Boogie's the king in New York right now because be
Hot
honest,
take.
like who else is getting the respect that Boogie will get? Like you know what I mean? Like a lot of
Not
people
Lil
coming
TJ.
out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Lil TJ, like
I fuck
he's
with
good
Lil
and all.
TJ though.
He's good, but like I feel
Pop
like
Smoke was the
in
king.
a couple years he could. I'm not gonna
Stop. All
Pop
right.
Smoke
Yee.
came through, took the motion. I will never forget this. The day Pop Smoke died, I was doing an overnight for college, and I was like, all right, I'm listening to his album the whole time on the train ride there. I didn't even know at this point. I'm in the school, and I'm looking on Twitter.
R.I.P.
And like,
Pop.
and it was like R.I.P. Pop Smoke, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I didn't believe it at first
Yeah.
until I saw it again, and I was like,
Damn.
oh nah.
That's
Then I went to
sickening.
Google. That's when you know. Go to
That shit was-
Google.
yeah.
I go to TMZ. That's how I know.
I was like, ain't no
TMZ
way.
always knows the deaths.
But then he did it to himself. He did post
posted
where
the
he's at.
ad.
Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
gotta
mean?
be careful. Like, you're not
You
untouchable.
can't post the
Nobody's
addy.
untouchable.
Like
really,
you can do that when you have your squad with you. But if you on your dolo,
Just you and
you and the shorty, don't. Why?
can't be
Why do
posting
that to
that.
you?
Fucking
Why
out.
do that to her? Why?
Isn't that what happened with PNB too? PNB
Yeah.
Rock?
He got
Yeah.
pulled up.
Well, no, actually, his shorty leaked him.
R.I.P. Nipsey.
His shorty posted the
Damn, yeah.
place, and then they came through.
See, never drop the addy.
I'm trying to think.
Don't drop the addy
Never
until you
drop.
leave.
Never.
After you leave, then you
Never.
can drop it all you want. They don't know that you were there now.
You post after you leave the post.
Yes.
All right.
Central
trying
C
to
said it
think.
best.
When you post
Central C's
that,
another person I listen to a lot.
Yo, that's so my.
He's underrated.
I agree.
I love UK rap. The UK drill is gas. It's slept on. I'm happy you said that.
It's a different, like.
It's a
Don't get
different-
me wrong. Like I like some of the New York drill, but like it's just a different,
like not New York drill.
different
UK
slang,
drill, like,
different.
I love it, dude. I love it.
I'm a fan.
My top 5 that I'm like on right now, is definitely Drake. I would say Future too. I listen to a lot of Future when I'm at work. Dave East. And even though like my boy doesn't have a lot of his music released, I listen to a lot of my boy Brian's music. Shout
Fire
out Brian.
music.
Hopefully, I mean that man thinks he's the president. He's like the hottest person in the world to get in touch with. And then when like he does answer me back, another 6 weeks will go by. So Brian, if you tune into this, I don't want to see you here in 6 weeks. I want to see you here in like 2 to 3 tops, brother. So let me know.
Answer the phone, Brian.
So and then all right. So and then honestly, I was gonna say Central C is in my top 5 like right now because I downloaded like mad different playlists off Apple Music and I stay bopping his music at work for sure. I fuck with him.
Yeah.
Like what is he? Because he's got white boy hair with
But
like
like,
black boy
you
lips.
look at him and you
and-
be
He's
like,
biracial.
oh, he definitely could be like light skinned. Like if you like,
He
look
looks
at him,
biracial to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, because then I'm like, is he like Hispanic or is he like Portuguese or
But
something?
like also like he
know.
doesn't say it. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you don't be like I
Yeah.
don't think like anyone's ever heard him say it like unless like you're with him or something. But like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Never
don't
said it in
know.
a song.
I think he's. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's
Central
fine.
C, what are you?
I know. Shout out Central C.
Central C, if you're listening, just let us know who you are.
Somebody tell Doja Cat. I'm trying to indulge in that. That sounds a bop. When I first heard that, I was like, "Who is that?" I might have been late to Central C, but that was the first song I heard by him. And once I heard
Yeah,
that, I was
that's-
like, "Oh,
Doja is like the one that like blew
put
him
him up." Yeah. I mean, that's a great like chopped and screwed beat right there.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for top?
Oh shit.
Like right now, Nicki.
Well, obviously Nicki. The Weeknd.
That's a good one.
A lot of Doja Cat. I like her.
I like Doja too.
Doja's good.
JT from the City Girls. I love her. And honestly, like as
Drake.
hilarious as her music is, Sexy Red. Like that shit's
my
just
God.
so
That
funny.
ass for Drake. Shake that ass for me.
Fuck my baby daddy. I'm a fine ass bitch. I ain't in the house sad.
I love how like there were, I don't know if it was her, but like someone was like my booty hole brown, my coochie's pink.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
her.
That's
she
her.
goes on live. She goes, "Y'all stupid if you think my pussy was actually pink." Like
My pussy pink. My
I was
booty
like,
all
"Oh my god."
Yes.
Bet. What else? So music. Who else we got for music? I'm trying to think. All right, let me go like a different route here. Who is your favorite like R&B singer?
Ooh.
Like it can be all
From the
time right
past
now.
time?
Like it doesn't matter in general. Like if you're gonna
Favorite
listen,
R&B singer.
when I say R&B, I'm talking like Chris
Rhythm and
Breezy,
blues.
I
like,
have to go Usher.
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 Bad. That's a
Because,
solid
like,
pick.
Cause like Usher is just like timeless. I'm not gonna lie.
Facts.
His shit from
100%.
2000,
Yeah.
2008,
When you
2009
write,
still
you
hits
got-
to
you
this
got-
I think
day.
it's Here I Am. Here I Am, the album. That was a good album.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire.
Just
Trading
like
Places,
any,
all
Confessions,
that,
bro.
yeah.
any type of Usher, like yeah,
Usher got
Shout out
it.
Usher, man.
yeah, might
That's
be
why he was in
the
the Super
most
Bowl.
overplayed song
Song of
ever,
all
but
time.
it still hits
Slapper.
every time. Like
100%.
you can't
It
listen to
does.
yeah and be like, ugh.
You're at a
No,
wedding.
you're
No,
like-
you still dance to
like,
it.
You're at
it's
a
like-
wedding. You see your grandmother like,
I don't know if you guys
Facts.
ever watched like Hitch, but when
Yep.
Grateful.
when he's doing the Q-tip,
Yep.
yeah,
Throw it away.
yeah, that's hilarious.
Let me hear yours, babe. I think I already know.
What R&B?
Yeah,
Chris Breezy.
I knew it.
he's a
He,
solid.
he doesn't
pick.
get his flowers. I don't care. I will die on this hill. Like, guys, let me know what you think. He's a woman beater. Put that aside for a minute. And
We're
let's
just gonna talk about his talent.
Just musically,
Just his
he
talent.
is a goat
Yeah.
in his perspective category.
is,
And
he
my
is.
runner up, personally, whatever, Tory Lanez.
Ooh, hashtag Tory Lanez didn't shoot Megan.
Free Tory.
Hashtag he did that shit.
No, hashtag the friend
Oh,
did it.
Hold on, I'm gonna get canceled on my own pod for saying that. But free Tory. I love Tory. No more summer bangers for like 10 years, and then he's gonna get out and he's not even gonna
Hot
be
girl
relevant
summer.
Yo,
anymore.
I need a jail verse. I
I
do.
know.
I need
Some-
a
on
jail
some
verse
Lil
where he
Wayne shit.
spits, bro.
On some Wheezy F
Terrible.
baby type shit.
Terrible.
Shit. All right. How about them fucking Celtics, bro?
I am really happy with our chances right now. I think Minnesota beating Denver
They're dogs, though.
is big. So
Well, they got Dallas, right? No?
yeah,
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be us Minnesota for sure.
I hope. Cause
I don't see Dallas being able to compete with 2 7-footers in the paint. They got no big men.
I know.
Yeah.
But you have Kyrie and Luca though.
You have that, but like when they miss, you got to be able to get those boards. But if you got
Facts.
2 twin towers sitting in the thing, you're not getting those.
I feel like I'm worried about a Minnesota Boston finals strictly because it's been such an easy road to get to where we are that's going to be the first real competition we've faced in a hot minute. And like I don't know if they don't have like they're winners. They've had a great season, but they don't have like that killer instinct, that winning mentality to go up against the young, hungry
Yeah,
Minnesota team. Like
that's why I think us getting Indy is probably the best case scenario because they already got 2 big men. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's just something for us to prepare. Like yes, those big men aren't as good as the big men that Minnesota has, but it's still going to prepare us for how we're going to guard 2 big men in the paint, how we're going to be able to break it down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think
it's a good matchup.
what's good is like we're both very inconsistent teams. Like we will go on a run and then we will absolutely miss the next 25 shots.
Right. Yeah, you'll
Like,
have like the
You'll see
16-point
Jason Tatum,
quarter,
Jalen
like-
Brown taking the worst shots known to man.
Well, I feel like a part of this team's problem too, in terms of the Celtics, is it's like the fourth quarter is like Tatum quarter. Like
Yeah.
they forget team basketball. They don't. It's just like Jason Tatum show in the fourth quarter, and it's like, dude, you guys are up by like 24.
Yeah,
Why
we're just
are you
gonna
di-
rely on you.
Yeah, like why are we dishing it to Tatum? Like if we're up by 24 in the fourth, well, like, and I'm not saying this happened. Like I can't pinpoint this exactly happening, but like if you're up by 16, 20, 24 points and there's like 6 minutes left, why is Tatum still in here hogging the ball? Like put him on the bench, let
I
Pritchard
agree.
go ball out. Like,
Why risk him getting hurt?
Yeah, and especially where we don't have a KP, we lose JT, we're done.
Yeah, I
Or
agree.
JB or Derek White, any of them.
If generally like we are a team, like we can't lose anybody.
No, at this point we can't. The reason we're in the position we're in,
It's because we
We
play
have
a
a
great
bench.
team. Great team.
great team.
Our bench
basketball.
shows up every night. Hauser points. Pritchard.
Oh yeah,
Oh my, I swear
Cornet.
Pritchard's been waiting for this moment where he can just like
shine, bro.
just show off, be like, yeah, this is what I'm capable of. Like this is why
Yeah,
I'm
shout out
getting
white
paid.
boy Pritchard, man.
Bro, he's the white boy shooter that everyone talks about. Like, you know, everyone
he's
got
the
that
real
one.
white mamba, bro.
Him and
Fuck Scalabrini. He's the white mamba.
him and Hauser, they just light that shit up. Like it's
They
like
do.
it's 4th of July.
How's his a dog on the outside?
He
He's
slept on him.
deadly. Yeah, oh, for sure. This team's a great team, and I'll take a championship any which way it comes. Like if this is an easy road and we just got to battle Minnesota or where's like I'm not worried about Dallas. If we
No.
see Dallas, that's easy.
No, I know it'll be Dallas because Kyrie will not be able to survive Boston.
No. Nope. He'll get eaten alive. like
We
he
have
always
not
does.
forgiven you
No,
for
never.
what
Fuck
you
you,
have done to
Kyrie.
us. So
I'm
he would not be well
coming
perceived.
back. Yeah, okay.
He will not be well perceived. Don't ever tease me like that again.
So yeah, game.
Kemba Walker.
Wait. Oh, today's Monday. Okay, I was about to say. Tomorrow, game 1 in Boston.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I'm excited. I'm ready this way, I think. I think it's going to be like how every other series starts. We're going to come out.
Flying.
We're going to absolutely body them in the first game. Like, maybe not the whole game we're going to body them, but I think we're going to win by like 15, 20. The second game we're going to lose. And then the third game, I think we lose again. Because I think we're going to lose the last one in Boston
Every
and the first
time.
one in Indy. But I think we'll take the rest after that.
I honestly have a feeling, and it's not anybody's fault but the NBA's, but I have a feeling that the Eastern Conference Finals is going 7 games, and the Finals, no matter who's in it, is going 7 games because the NBA wants that money, bro.
Because if you look at it, like the Celtics have played 10 games. You have to like the Mavericks. I think have played like 13. Timberwolves have played like 14. Like
That's a lot.
These are teams that are like playing like a lot of games. Are
Literally every other night, like.
And we're finishing in 5. Like, you know what I mean? So like that could also be a disadvantage. Like there's a lot of time.
Time off can hurt you.
We ain't played in how long?
A few nights
When
now.
was the last game?
2 nights ago, I think.
Yeah. So and then we're waiting. And it's just
Yeah, that time off can hurt you sometimes for
I
sure.
agree. Like,
For
yeah,
sure.
you're still practicing and stuff like that, but, like, you're not game prepared. Like, when you're in the playoffs, you play every other night as a game.
I feel like when you're in in any sport you play, like team sport that you play, those are your brothers. Like, you spend more time, so, like, once you get that playoff time and you're playing, like you said, 13, 14 games, the camaraderie that comes from that and, like, how
Everyone
that
has
fuels you.
Got to be gelled together.
Yeah, like, but when you have 2-3 days off for your next game, you're back at your crib doing whatever, you're out at a club, like you're not on road with your boys grinding out the season. Like that makes a difference. I always loved when we wouldn't sweep a series, like growing up, whatever. Like I love a game 6, a game 7. Like
I love Game 7. Game 7 in Boston, most iconic words you can hear.
Mm-hmm.
Game 7 in Boston.
Oh,
whether
you
it's
want to talk about the Bruins in Game 7s in Boston, because that shit makes me want to throw up.
You know what? I was watching that game, and me and Nick, we have this superstition that because I watched Game 5 and he watched Game 5. Usually you can't watch the game, but we didn't talk to each other that whole time. So we didn't talk to each other this whole time, and they still lost. I was like, oh, but it was like no way we should have lost in Boston. I mean, what was that game in Boston when Charlie Coyle got pushed into the goaltender, got pushed into Swayman, and
I don't know if that was in Boston. I don't think it was.
And then, but like after that game, there was Florida fans being like, "Yeah, the Bruins got fucked on that," and it's just like you see. I mean,
we did, but it wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
A lot of people are saying that it was just refereeing calls that didn't get called and shit that got called wrong. Like I'm convinced that got called a goal because Toronto was mad that we beat them in 7.
Yeah,
because they cannot beat us, but then we can't beat Florida.
I know.
Florida's
2 years in a row.
We are Florida's Toronto.
Facts.
Like,
that's such a
like
great way
we
to
are.
put
We
it.
are
Yeah,
Florida's Toronto.
100%.
No matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, they're gonna score. They're gonna find a way.
Every time.
Last year,
Sickening.
59.2 seconds. I will be able to pinpoint this every moment of my life. 59.2 seconds. You let them score.
And what's crazy is last year we had the best record
team.
in the history of the league.
The best team.
Wow.
We had the best team.
The best team debatably in hockey ever. Debatably.
And the roster was just,
at least the best Boston Bruins team.
The roster was just talented all the way from the top to the
bottom,
bottom. There
dude.
wasn't a line
100%.
with someone that you didn't know.
Well, the Bruins were dumb. They bring friggin' Lucic back 1 year, $1 million.
Wife beater.
That goes down the drain. You bring in Maroon. What did he do? Nothing. Like
ready?
I don't know.
I like the Maroon pick only because we need that enforcer. We needed
What
someone.
did he enforce though?
But that whole Florida series, he made a lot of people uncomfortable. He said it out loud. He said, "No one's gonna fight me." He said,
He is a dog.
I'll chat all I need to do. He tried to get it Kachuk. He tried to get it Benny. He tried to get it Barkov. And I respect that. Like
Yeah, he would go up
with,
to the bench
with the
talking
series
shit,
where there's
like,
no
fight me, bitch.
no Marshy.
I know.
You know what I mean?
That hurt us too, big time.
We needed someone to be able to come up and chirp, and he is someone that can chirp.
He used to lick people's face. Yo, that's why I love Mahjong. Like, he would go up to you and lick you right in the face. Like, what? If a dude licked me, all right, time out. If I'm a grown man playing professional hockey, and another man came up to me and licked me in my face, I'm taking off my skate and slicing throats, bro. That is like so far. I would be so mad, bro. That's so beyond
The
dropping gloves
disrespect
and
is
fighting.
real.
Like, I'm taking my stick, I'm
Yeah.
breaking it off your face.
I generally think you're getting my stick to your face after
like
that.
that's
No diddy.
Sorry.
Either that or
Oh
like,
yeah, no diddy.
I'll let you think like it's cool, and I'll just absolutely rock you in the face. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
No, we cool. Bah, sucker punch. But all right, we won't go too much longer on sports because my honey's still getting hip to the sports world.
I'm
and all
trying.
that.
I'm
She
trying.
she'll watch the Celtics. She'll like, oh, just
I-
basketball in general.
I like basketball. Basketball's fun.
That's
One
what
more
is fun.
sports thing I want to talk about real quick. Did you see Scotty Scheffler? What happened to him, dog? I mean, I'm a big golf guy, so
I wanted to see the footage. And
No body cam.
someone said that there was
There
no body
isn't.
cam, and I'm like,
the dude did the cop didn't have his body cam.
There's
on,
gotta
so
be some type of footage out there again.
somebody must have drove by like, yo, that's Scotty Scheffler.
right? Like, come on,
Put
you
their
tell me there's
phone
no one around.
So for context, guys, if you guys aren't in the golf world, people tend to think golf's for like old people and shit. It is, but it isn't. I picked up golf at like 5-6 years old. Been golfing my whole life. But for context, guys, the number one golfer in the world right now, his name's Scotty Scheffler, and he was on his way to the PGA Tour where a tragedy happened to strike, and a man lost his life. He got hit by a shuttle bus, so there was cops out there redirecting traffic and everything else, and he like didn't obey commands from police and whatever, and then they got him out the whip, and it wasn't like, I think he was just sort of like, I don't really know the full context, but I think he was just sort of confused, didn't know what was happening, maybe thought he was getting directed a certain place because he thought, oh, he recognized me, whatever the case is. He ended up getting arrested, but then he still made his fucking tee time for the first round of the tournament. Like, he got arrested, got booked, went to jail, and then got out in time for his fucking tea time.
Did you see? He said he was like,
That's
"Well, I
crazy.
stretched in jail for the first time."
Yeah, he was like,
I
yeah.
What the fuck?
And then he's in the interview after the first round. He shot like, I forget what it was. I think he was like 6 under the first round.
Yeah.
Something like crazy. 4 under, 6 under the first
That's
round.
crazy.
Like, straight from a jail cell to the fucking PGA Tour, bro. That's a legendary story.
He needs to do a first verse.
That is so legendary. I know. But yeah, we'll wrap sports up on that note. Now we're gonna roll back into some more threads, guys. Subscribe, like, comment, share. It really does go a long way, guys, for my YouTube watchers. Like, y'all need to start getting your other friends that do YouTube. All right, I'm gonna make a deal with all my listeners right now, or the people that potentially might tune in and hear this. I don't care if this is your cup of tea or not. Just go subscribe on YouTube for me. That's all I care. Like, right now,
click the
I
button.
want to hit 100
Literally.
subscribers. I want to get 100 people subscribed to this pod. Right now, we're at 59, maybe 60 last time I checked.
not bad.
And listen, I'm not trying to be greedy or make it about subs because it's not about that, but I just keep seeing that number stay the same. All the other numbers grow and that one stays the same. I want to see that one go up. So, guys, please, if you're jumping on YouTube, this is your first time watching us on YouTube, just hit that subscribe button. It really goes a long way.
Go on your
Even-
kid's tablet through
Yeah.
YouTube
Subscribe
Kids
on
and
their
have
account.
Subscribe. Nah, definitely
Your
don't do
grandpa's
that.
account.
Don't
you
do
know?
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Just don't let your kids watch the video.
Yeah.
But
Just go like it and subscribe.
that's it. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a little bit of love. It goes a long way. You know what I mean? A little bit of love goes a long way, my people. But all right, so now we're gonna roll back into some threads. I like these ones. I try to keep these ones, like, I feel like the past few, well, I don't know, I'd say a few weeks. This is episode 8. Sidebar, this is episode 8. This is the 8th week doing this. So we've had 8 weeks worth of threads, right? And a majority of them have been like about booty or
And
about
poop.
like, yeah, like, you know. So I tried to keep these ones like relatively away from
The booty.
that realm. You know what I mean? Yeah, I try to keep it away
The
from the booty.
booty.
I was keeping it away from the booty, like on some Diddy shit. How's that?
Oh, on some Diddy shit. Oh,
Pause. No Diddy. Just kidding.
I was about to say no Diddy.
Shit.
No Diddy.
I just wanted to see what Steven would say about that. All right. The guy I went on a date with broke things off because I was too sexually forward. So here's the context. Some time ago, I went on a date with a guy I met online. Things went amazing, and honestly, at the end of the date, I wanted to sleep with him. I asked if he wanted to stay over at my place after we had made out, and he said no. I figured, no big deal. Damn curved, girl. You got curved. Offer it.
He said, nah.
He said, nah, fam, I'm straight. I'm going home to friggin' yank it. I ain't dealing with you. The next day, he texted me and said, hey, he had fun, but didn't think we were going to work out. Fast forward a few months and we ran into each other. We caught up for a bit, and I couldn't help but to ask him what went wrong with our date. He asked if I was sure I wanted to know. I said yes. He said he didn't want to be with a woman who would sleep with someone on the first date. I felt insulted and wanted to say something, but I couldn't really say anything because he did reject me after all. I don't know. Am I overreacting?
You are overreacting.
Yeah, you're overreacting.
He did the right thing.
You're being
Yeah.
dramatic. Like,
But I think you think you're overreacting because you're having a moment like a man. And
you're questioning
not,
yourself.
You're not used to the denial.
You're not used to the rejection, babe. Women can't. They say men can't handle rejection, but women can't
Yeah.
either. Like
Because they
we're
get
like, what the
rejected
fuck?
so like rarely. Like
Yeah,
it's always the woman just like, nah, you're not. No.
yeah.
She's not overreact. No, she is.
She is
overreacting.
overreacting.
I agree though,
She
because
is.
I feel like if you sleep with someone on the first date, like, and you trying to like become a couple or something, like, you really think like someone who like would be willing to give it up so easily would
But
be able to be
sometimes
someone like for the future?
like it's just like
You can't
you
deny
It's
just
maybe
that.
know.
like the heat
Yeah,
of the
but-
moment, like
Yeah.
But you can't deny sometimes, like, don't get me wrong, every so often you should resist, but most of the time, like, when the sexual tension is there,
yeah.
like, even if just, like, you match with a girl on Tinder or something, and you guys start talking through the text and whatever, and you guys hit it off, you plan a date, whatever, you're just making small talk for, say, 3-4 days before you meet this girl. Then you meet her, the date goes great, the whole time you could tell she's, like, feeling you, like, she'll give you the occasional whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, like, you're feeling her, you're looking at the boobies, every time she turn around, you see the booty jiggle, you're over here, like, you know? And
You feel it.
You feel it. So then, like, you feel that sexual tension. She's feeling that sexual tension, and it's
And
like,
it's
all
there,
right,
and
yeah,
it's
this is
like-
our first date, but it's not like this was a blind date and
or
now
like,
we're gonna
and
fuck.
it's not like you know how some people intentionally like go out on a date in hopes to like get laid that night. Like
Yeah.
if that's not the situation, then I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like if it's organically happening, like the sexual
You can't force it
tension.
to happen.
but
absolutely.
I also respect the guy for like having a boundary there because
Yeah.
most men like they.
That's a great
I mean,
boundary
let's call it
for a
spade
man.
spade. We wanna flex the first night.
I
We
know
do.
a lot of people that would have said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just like, yeah.
But I like that he also stood his ground on his boundary. He's
And yeah,
like,
he stood on
nah.
that months later. He was like,
He's
"You
like,
really want to know?"
Are you sure you want to know?
Yeah, I
I'm
like
gonna
that
tell
one.
you.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I like that.
Shout out to that man, bro. He's strong.
So I know I said I was gonna. Well, I'm keeping it away from booty, but this is still a little
A little towards the booty.
questionable. Yeah. I thought this one was funny. So today I fucked up by fapping after eating barbecue. For those who don't know what fapping is, pulling your meat, choking the chicken, any other analogy that you want to refer to, that's what he's talking about. So the context is, today I stopped by my favorite barbecue place after a long day at work. I normally get this messy pulled pork sandwich with this hot barbecue sauce. I was feeling brave today and decided to get the hottest sauce they have on it. Whew. By the time I was done eating this breathtaking sandwich at home, I had a bunch of this hot sauce all over my hands. Not thinking anything of it, I cleaned it off well with napkins and watched an episode of anime. Wonder what he was watching. Was he watching Food Wars?
I hope it's Demon Slayer.
After finishing the episode, I decided that I deserved a nice fap to make this great day even better.
Wow. If that's a great
Not
day,
the
like
well deserved.
I know. See, that's what I love. He said, after I finished this episode, I decided that I deserved a nice fap to make this great day even better. Like, you know what?
Treat yourself.
my guy
like-
went to go get a sandwich. That was the highlight of the day, man. He was like, I can't wait for that sandwich.
He got a sandwich, watched Demon Slayer, and winked on it, all in the matter of the
Hot,
same
like-
hour. Like, does it get better?
No. You had a complete day in 1 hour. Congratulations.
He said, I think nothing of it, and I keep beating it up like it owes me money.
Yo.
This guy's going ham.
Yo,
Let me run that back. Yo, DJ, bring that back. I think nothing of it and keep beating it up like it owes me money.
Bro.
My guy said beating it up like it owes me money. Wow.
That is
fucking
quite
great.
aggressive.
A couple minutes later, my dick is painfully on fire. I'm talking extreme pain. I realize I still had remnants of this barbecue sauce on my hand, and panic starts to blossom. I knew I was so close to my nut, so like any sane person would do, I fapped through the pain.
That's actually that's wild.
He said like any
Any
normal person would do.
He said, I gotta see it through. I gotta see it through.
He said, well, we know how it starts. Let's see how it ends.
Right? I'm seeing this through. He said, I've never wanted to finish a nut faster in my life. After releasing the worst nut of my life, I put my dick in the sink. It did absolutely nothing but enrage the barbecue sauce. At the time, I see my ex-girlfriend had texted me, whom I regularly speak to. Me and her have always had good communication, so I decided to tell her about my fuck-up. Damn, bro, you threw yourself under the bus.
No, that's something you take to the grave.
After she profusely laughed,
that.
she said something to me that would forever change my life. You should fill up a bowl of milk and put your dick in it. The second she says that, I raced to the kitchen, filled up the milk in a bowl, put it on my bedroom floor, and after that I got completely naked and I hit a plank position so I could completely submerge my unit in the milk.
I'm done. The visual I have right now.
Imagine he grabbed like a big mixing bowl, like restaurant status, and then just planked on the top, butt-ass naked, with his dick and a bunch of milk. Wow.
What?
The relief the milk gave me is something I will tell my 3 kids about.
You want to hear what the time milk saved my balls? Yes, Grandpa, please tell me how the milk saved your balls.
I couldn't stop thinking about how great of an idea that was, and I should marry my ex one day. At this point, I hit a weird out-of-body experience thinking about every choice I've made that led me to this point, completely naked with my dick in 2% milk. Wash your hands after eating, guys.
Hey, wash your hands after eating, especially if you feel like you're going to get spicy after.
I'm not going to lie, this is one of the best threads we've read on here. I don't care. The wording, the way this guy worded it, like he's a fucking genius, bro.
He told the story.
He told the story perfectly. I enjoyed that one.
Yep. Yeah.
He
took me to another place. He took me with him.
You knew every character. You knew what they were doing.
Visualizing a grown man butt-ass naked, planking on a bowl of fucking 2% milk. I really
Cooling
was.
his
I
pee-pee
really
off.
was. That's so crazy.
Him going, this is the best feeling ever.
I can't. Oh my god! And you know what? It probably was. It probably was.
No, oh my god.
So, this one I thought was interesting. I want to see how you guys feel about this. This is just this one came from a random thoughts
Okay.
page. What sound annoys you the most?
I know.
My dog licking his paws at like midnight while I'm laying in bed trying to sleep. He's like, and I'm like, bro.
You know what sound I fucking hate? And I will literally whip my head around and give you dagger eyes. Is people who drag their feet.
Oh.
Fucking
Yeah.
You're that lazy you can't even pick up your feet and walk? Like, pick your feet up.
I don't like that one either. Ooh.
Knees to chest if you have to, but pick them up.
Man's got a guitar over there.
I know, bro. I gotta get a new arm. I might even put the stand like you have back. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But for me, it's just...
You're still stuck on the dick and the milk, aren't you?
Yeah, no, bro.
Still a little
I can't get my
frazzled.
mind off the dick and the milk, bro. No diddy. But I would say like dog whistles. I guess like because like I work with kids.
Those high pitched.
They just love to, and like I get it. When I was 16, I found it funny. You know, I'm in detention. I'm gonna play the dog whistle in the back. So I would teach. No, it's
Annoying.
It's annoying. I think the more you grow up, the more you're just like you can't stand it.
Yeah.
Well, the older you get, the more like random sounds will annoy you.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna
It
say,
could be
the
anything.
more noise, just in general, you get aggravated by. You're like, what the fuck?
Because I go through construction every day because my house is under construction right now. So every day is doof, 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 doof.
Oh.
And I'm just
Oh,
like,
I'd be irritated
I'm just
every
like-
day.
And it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Like
That's the worst,
I can't
bro.
even sleep in.
But
nothing.
you know what? 8 o'clock's fair though.
8 o'clock's fair,
I
but
don't give
like
a
In
fuck.
a real world, it's fair.
I
But
don't work
I don't
until
give a fuck
1:30,
either.
so like
Yeah.
I stay up late.
In my world, it's not.
Fair play. I'm already at work slinging pancakes by then. Kidding. There's another one I want to touch on because I think this is something that any and anybody who's listening to this pod is gonna relate to this. I promise you, and you'll see why in about 2 seconds. This guy writes, it's captioned, "Life has never been the same since 2020."
Oh,
So
shit.
he writes, "I know the pandemic is the biggest factor that changed the world, no doubt, but it really changed the world in such a way that even though there hasn't been a lockdown for years now, we thought things would go back to normal after the lockdowns and measures, but it didn't. The pandemic created this strange energy in 2020, and it seems like it's here to stay. I guess maybe even before 2020, life might have not been normal, but after experiencing a whole pandemic, I think it's safe to say that life truly is weird now, and life before 2020 was definitely normal compared to these times we're living in. I'd love to know what you guys do in your day-to-day life to try and beat this weird energy that has come into our lives." I could not wholeheartedly agree more with that.
For me, I feel like I was just able to. I guess because like I was in a switch. Like college was hard because I was in my first year of college.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
So like everyone had to be in a mask. You couldn't be in your friend's room and stuff like that. So that was hard to adjust. But like once the mask got lifted, once you were able to like talk to everyone, I feel like I was able to go back into my swing of things. Like I feel like I'm not
feel
like
like
any
things
more
have
careful than I
changed.
was before.
No, like I didn't. So me personally, not to cut you off,
Very good.
I feel like I didn't change per se. Like I think I grew a lot from the pandemic, as most people did.
Yeah.
I don't think I changed. I think also like what this person is trying to say is like not so much the change in yourself, but the change in the world that you live in.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
I
people
don't
are
remember what
so
normal
much
is.
more like mean and violent now. Like it is insane now. Like,
like,
it's
I
so
don't
dark.
remember-
It's like every other day there's a shooting. There's a
Yeah, like it's so
alright.
much more like dark spirited like behavior now. Like
Even like, and I don't ever like to take my podcast here, but I will just say on this note, even like with the government, shit's been different
Yeah.
now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like with the way they treat us and certain things they do or don't do for us, even all that's changed because, in
Yeah.
my opinion, from the pandemic.
you know what? And I was just saying to my mom the other day, I was like, the fucking pandemic took 24/7 everything away. Like there used to be 24/7 gyms, 24/7 Walmarts, like
7-Eleven used to be 24/7.
Well, some of them are,
Like,
but a lot of them
but
aren't
it's like
anymore.
so condensed now. Like even some gas stations were like 24/7 like
You know what though? I don't remember what this person's even talking about. Like I don't know.
really I feel
don't
like I can
remember what
remember it
normal
like
is.
yesterday.
I can.
I feel like I can remember life before 2020, but I can't remember like
Life before 2020 was
2020,
was
like-
very like I don't know. It was starting to like become real, and I feel like 2020 kind of just like put it on pause.
Yeah, literally.
yeah.
pause.
I mean,
The
like-
Like I
world
feel
did
like
pause.
2020
Because, like-
to 2021 was just like
You can think I gave birth to my son
Weird.
like the day after they shut the world down. Like we were in the hospital. I mean, I wasn't in labor, but
I was
his
gonna say,
mom
you
was.
pushed him out.
I was coaching. You know, I was holding the hand coaching, but like I brought a baby into the world, bro. Like I have 2 children. The first one was like a normal give birth. Everybody, there's 300 people coming to
All
the
waiting
whole
outside,
Yeah,
all
like
wanna
coming.
hold
Yeah,
them.
and like to this day, there's people that my son hasn't met because of the pandemic, and then it's just like schedule differences and like whatever. But that was my biggest thing. Was like I brought a whole ass child into the world in the middle of a pandemic that like affected the way like he didn't get to grow up exactly normal until like I mean he was still a baby, but still like we were scared that like all you want to do is bring this baby out into the world to go. You're home now. You're settled in. You want to bring the baby to see your grandmother, and you want to bring the baby to the park and go on a walk because it's nice and it's summertime and you can't like. That was the crazy part for me.
I feel like being born in 2020 isn't bad. I feel like it's good
a lot
because
more
like
advanced.
because now like if you think about it like you can live your life after the pandemic. Like your whole life takes place after the pandemic. You had
Right.
no.
Yeah, you don't
You
have
had
to.
no
was your normal.
You don't remember it.
Pre-pandemic, like you only have a post-pandemic. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Right.
You don't know what the pandemic was like, and I think that's like better for them because like
In a sense, yeah.
because like I feel like the
Because I feel
pandemic,
like we like yearned a lot for before the pandemic.
yeah. I feel like the pandemic just like changed a lot of people, like mentally, physically. It's
It
like,
did. Well, it took a mental toll on people because
Yeah.
you were stuck in your house for
Yeah,
like
you
a
can't
year
go
and a
nowhere.
half.
Outside only looks like outside for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but when you did go outside, see how fucking clean it was outside without people outside littering? Like, even
No
the air was more
cars.
crisp.
Animals,
because,
like marine animals, were making like more pop ups through like.
the hot Boston Harbor and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
I used to love going. I went on a walk every day. That was my quarantine thing. I go on a big walk /
Same.
run. No, because I was really trying to get in shape.
I
got
was
down.
chiefing butts. I
See?
was. That's when I got back into smoking cigarettes because my ex-mother-in-law was outside ripping butts every 5 minutes, and I was bored with nothing to do, so I'd go sit out there with her. And
I got
wanna get a
fucking
drag
fat.
on you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. I know I just cut you off. My bad.
Yeah, no, I went from like probably my biggest. Well, now I'm at my biggest, but like before that, like I went from my biggest to like 265, and like
That's
I was,
nice.
I was probably started that weight journey at like I want to say like 290. So like I went from 290 to 265, and then after 265, I was like, oh yeah, I pretty much
I
made
feel
it.
good.
And then I went back.
Then you'll go back again. That's the way how it works.
That's what we're on the journey down now.
Right.
You know? On the road to 250.
That's right.
You got this, bro. All right, I want to do one more thread, and then you have some would you rather's, right? Or not? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And if I didn't, what were you gonna do?
Read them off the internet.
Look them up right
Make some
now.
Call me Timmy Turner. Where'd you get that?
Would you rather be pink or blue?
Call me Timmy Turner, everyone. Where'd you get that?
Timmy Turner.
The internet.
Remember when we like that had us in a chokehold? It had me in a chokehold. Everyone was
tell
like,
you-
"Oh, that's so fire!" And then he like literally fell off.
Designer started that, the whole grrr, I swear, and then drill picked it up.
Yup.
I got brides in Atlanta. All right, last thread, guys. As a kid, what did you think you'd definitely get as an adult that you never did? I'd say, like, I always thought I was going to end up with a Mustang, like a 1967 jet, like deep purple with black racing stripes Mustang.
Yeah.
Aw.
For me, I always thought I was gonna be driving a Chevy Camaro, and then I got in one. I was like, this was so unrealistic for me because like they are small on the inside. So I was like, oh, I can't do this. This wasn't it. Realized it right there. Marine biology
love
was
how-
another one.
Both of us were like cars.
Yeah.
Typical guy.
Yeah.
Because like
you
I remember
need a
I
car.
watched Transformers and I was like, nah, I need a Camaro. I need
a
myself a
Bumblebee. I need
Bumblebee,
my-
bro.
yeah, I need my yellow Camaro.
And I was like, oh, that's just so unrealistic. You don't even fit in the car. It's like, then all like the real problems hit. Damn.
What about you, babe?
So, little story. When I was younger, my mom would always like drive through Boston, preferably like on the Pike, to bring us back home when we lived in Burlington. And I remember sitting in the back seat all the time, like passing all the buildings, and I remember seeing the brownstones.
I want to live in Boston.
And I used to love the brownstones. And like when my mom would take me out to Boston Commons and just walking Boston, Back Bay, South End, I'd be like, oh my gosh, these brownstones are like, they're everything at like the age of 8. Like these are everything. Like,
For what it's worth, I had similar thoughts about that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember turning around to her and I was like, Mommy, when I'm 21, I'm going to own 5 brownstones. And she's like, aw. That's nice,
cute,
baby.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it
You
is
can do
nice.
anything you set your mind
Aw, you can do it.
to. With the pat on the head, it's okay.
Literally, she'd be like, aw.
In their head, they're like, yeah, I keep dreaming.
I know.
It's like what they say versus what they want to say. It's like,
Literally.
yeah.
So I was convinced
That's
that
a,
I was going to own a brownstone. Like, literally. Damn.
Oh, that's the first time I've used that.
I love
clip
it.
To keep that in the chamber.
So, yeah. That's what I thought I'd have as an adult. Is a few brownstones actually.
Fair fucking play.
It's fucked.
This is week 8 of Would You Rather.
All right. So, would you rather live in a world where you are the only person with superpowers, or in a world where everyone has superpowers except you?
Oh nah, fuck
No.
that noise. Yeah.
Me, I'm taking the
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah, being
I'm taking the
selfish,
powers
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like, that's fucked. Like, everyone else gets to be
Right?
lit.
You get to be
Yeah,
belittled the
nah.
whole
And
time.
I'm walking while you guys are
Yeah.
fucking teleporting. Are you for real? Meet me at the
Yeah.
function.
Yeah.
I get there 5 days later after you just snap getting there.
Everyone else
That's
is
fucked.
flying, bro. Like,
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
nah.
Nah.
Cause like I can take the powers and live amongst the normal. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I can
Nobody
act
needs
normal,
to
no
know.
problem.
Right?
But like
People who
everyone
can
else
just
has
read your mind,
superpowers.
like,
Bro,
fucked.
that'd be like a war. If you really think about it, like no, because
Nah, 'cause then
everyone
they're
would
gonna
be a
poke
villain.
pry at you and
There'd be a villain, and then there'd be a superhero, and then you're the only one that's like in the
Don't
middle.
think about me like that.
imagine like I feel like that's how like I don't know, I forget what Avenger I was gonna say, but there's like one of them that doesn't have like powers like the rest of them do.
Hawkeye.
And they just that's
he just slings his bow and arrow.
Yeah.
That's about
I mean,
it.
he's
Oh,
got
that's
skills, but
fucked.
like
But also Tony doesn't have
Yeah, he needs
superpowers.
the-
He just builds an incredibly super suit.
but I'm gonna agree with the masters here. Like, who the fuck wants to be the only person that doesn't have?
Yeah, that's
powers? Like,
fucked.
be
Everybody's
real.
lit and you're
Be
not.
real.
I'm sorry. If you said everyone else has superpowers, then you don't like it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, factual.
You're lying.
Factual.
You're just trying to be against the grain.
Yeah.
You're just trying to like make yourself sound like you're a good human. Like you're
Yeah.
trying to like make
You're
yourself
trying to sound
believe, like
so cool.
yeah,
Like,
everyone else can, shoot lasers out their eyes. I don't care.
Yeah. You go home.
Even though I totally do care, but no, it's all right.
What else you got?
ooh. Would you rather have the power to bring one person back from the dead, or be able to erase a very painful memory from your own mind forever?
I'm bringing someone back. I can live with the pain of my memory.
Yeah,
I can't live with.
I'd bring someone back.
Yeah. Is it just for a day or like?
Yeah, like
No, it just says bring
they-
someone back from the dead.
So they come back permanently.
I'm assuming so.
So all right, so let's say like
Compared to losing the most painful memory that you have for the rest of your life.
let's say they die with cancer. Do they come back with cancer, or do they come back?
Ooh, that's a
normal?
good
See, I
question.
would say
I
they
feel like
would,
they
'cause
would
they
come
died-
back
they would
the way
die-
how they died.
I don't know. I feel like they would die, and now like they're cleansed because they.
You're doing
Brought
too
back.
much. They died.
I'm getting
If they-
spiritual, guys.
they
Damn.
died with cancer and they come back to life. Sorry, babe, you still got cancer, but at least you're
Y'all are
alive.
haters. You know what I'm saying?
They came back rejuvenated. They had a nice sleep.
You know,
I need to stand my ass up. My
they become
ass
like
is
one of those
going
like
down.
born again vegans. Like, oh, I love the land. I can never hurt the land. Strictly drinking like that fake milk,
Deadass.
the fake cheese, the
I only
fake
drink
meat.
holy water.
Yeah. I rolled
Oh.
a blunt with holy water one time and smoked it.
No.
It's alright. I've smoked.
No.
I've smoked in the church.
Oh man,
I hit a little dab
guys,
pen
you
rip
didn't
in the
hear
church.
that.
Jesus.
It's okay. I confessed after. I wrote it down in my confession. I said I hit my dab pen in the church.
You guys didn't
I'm
hear
so
any of
fucking
that.
weak. Okay.
My
Y'all
mom's
didn't
gonna
hear
kill
that.
me. Can't tell my mom about this podcast.
Would you rather fulfill your biggest wish or resolve your deepest regret?
I can live with my regret. I want the biggest. I feel like I'm being selfish on these would you rather's. I can live with some regret. I have plenty of regret to live with, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things I could have done and just didn't, and like I live with it. But like there's not a lot of things that just like come true. Like you know what I mean? Like I gotta work for everything.
I don't know. I feel
I would like
like
a little wish to come true one time.
I'm such a fixator. I would honestly resolve my biggest regret so I wouldn't fixate on it.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to worry about
So I
it.
wouldn't have
Something
to ever think
Yeah,
about
but-
it ever again.
Not every one of your biggest regrets can be resolved. At
But,
least mine
but
can't.
it says that you can resolve your biggest regret, so I'm resolving
Oh,
it.
sorry. I live in a place called reality.
We live in the real world.
That sucks because I live in Rayna's world and it's lit over here.
Yeah, I like it there. I'm a fan of that place.
Stop.
You got a
Wow.
permanent residency there. See,
You're making me blush.
Rayna Las Vegas.
Stop it.
Residency. You love it here.
I kind of like this. Would you rather be a famous actor in a terrible movie or an unknown actor in a fantastic movie?
You have the same level role? Like, are you like a main character? Are you a
Why
background?
can't you guys just
be
take
like-
the question
so,
at
like-
surface
I need
level?
context.
I
There
think what
is
it
no
is,
context to would you rather.
like-
It's you can pick either or.
In the good movie, you're like a backup. Like, not a backup, but like you're like one of those people that just like walk on the side of the street. Whereas like you are like the main star of the bad movie.
Honestly, I want to be in the good one because when you tell people
A famous
I was
actor
in a
in
movie,
a terrible movie.
yeah, because I feel like if you're in a terrible, like if you act in a good movie, people when you tell people you're in a movie, they're gonna be like, "What movie is that?" And you tell them, and they're like, "Oh, that's a great movie."
I've never seen you in that. It's
Or like as opposed to saying like you were in a shitty movie, and when someone you tell them that, they're like, "Oh, that movie sucked,"
Yeah.
and then you're embarrassed.
I would
I
definitely
don't know. I'd rather
I'd
be
an
the
extra.
unknown in a great movie.
Yeah. Because like imagine.
Because then I can
Yeah,
promote
but if
the
you're
movie.
the big actor
Yeah.
and you made a bad movie, you're still making millions of dollars on it.
You are, but also you have.
George
a bad
Clooney
movie
played
on
Batman with nipples, bro, and he, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he done made it in his career. He's got a couple of bad, you know what I mean?
But I've watched a couple terrible movies where I like love the actress, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch whatever movie she does now because
Yeah.
I like her.
right,
Like,
exactly. Fair fucking play.
I can agree on that one.
she might have been bad in this movie,
Fair
but who knows?
fucking play.
The next one's gonna be better.
Exactly.
What do you got?
Everyone
What do you
gotta
got?
everyone gotta have a bad one, you know? Would you rather be a professional athlete in your least favorite sport or a mediocre performer in your favorite sport?
Mediocre.
Oh yeah.
You are not catching me being a foot fairy. No disrespect. And you know what? I can't even say that. I take that back because over the years, and I will say because I've worked with so many Hispanic people in the food industry.
Hey.
They
Watch
put
it.
no, I'm saying they put me onto football, man. I actually I like watching the world. Like Portugal's my
I can
team
watch the
guy.
World Cup. I can watch the World Cup.
So
for sure.
fair play. I don't know. No, you know what? I play soccer. Fuck it.
For me, like if I could choose a sport, like I would choose like table tennis. Bro,
Really?
imagine being like a god at table tennis.
Nah, bro. Imagine being a professional cornhole player.
Yo, that would be tough.
That's lit.
That would be tough. Bro, I feel like I
I'm
could hop in
taking
one of those
mediocre
tournaments.
because I don't like boxing and I don't see myself being amazing at boxing. Like,
You have to be a sick fuck to sign up
No,
to
thank
get
you.
punched in the face
yeah,
for
no thank
millions of
cauliflower
dollars.
ear.
That's not boxing. That's
Stop.
MMA.
Yeah, true. Well, you can probably get it from boxing too.
Because they do like all like the wrestling, so like the rubbing of
Oh,
the
yeah,
ear is
yeah,
like what
yeah.
causes it.
Facts. What do you want to do? Like one more? How many more you got?
I got a few, but we'll do one more.
One more?
Yeah.
Everyone cool? One more? Bad.
Would you rather never take the easy way out of anything ever again or stop procrastinating?
Stop procrastinating.
I never took the easy way anyways, so fuck it.
I'm taking stop procrastinating. I
I've
would love to
procrastinated my
like
whole life.
have something presented to me and just fucking do it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I feel like I can't pick not procrastinate because I feel like I broke that cycle starting this podcast. Because I sat on this idea for like months and months and months before I even brought it up to anyone. And then once I brought it up to people, it still took me time to put
Yeah.
this whole thing together. So like
I
got
remember
over
us
the
talking
program.
about it all the time.
Yeah.
When me and Nick would come over, we would just talk about it. Be like, "Oh, I can't wait to start my podcast." And I'm just like, "Yo, it's good. Just go start it, bro."
And I did. And now we're on week 8, motherfucker.
Week 8 and counting.
Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't going anywhere.
Oh yeah.
You know, the more people that watch us on YouTube at the High Level Podcast hit the subscribe button and tell their friends,
Wow.
You know, more people
That's-
will watch.
more people shall watch. That was the last one, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we are coming to a close here on the High Level Podcast. Once again, would just love to take the opportunity, as I always do, to spread the love and peace and the appreciation that I get from everybody. You guys have been so fantastic. I've been getting such great feedback, and also would love for you guys to engage a little more and just let us know if there's anything
Yeah.
that you'd like to see. I mean, we have some things.
Reach out if you want to be on.
Yeah, if you want to come on the pod, reach out. If there's some
Yeah.
things that you want to
Just
see,
hit them up every week. Every week, just be like, "What you doing?"
Just tell me you love the pod and that you want to come on. But
And
you have
boom,
to-
you're on.
And then you're on.
But you know what? For entry, you have to show you're subscribed.
yeah, you have to be subscribed.
you got to, yeah. Oh, that's a good, that's
I got
fair
proof
play.
I am subscribed.
That's fair play. No, I know
Yeah.
you hit me up every week about it. But, yeah, so if you are watching the pod, obviously you guys should know by now, it is the High Level Podcast. We are on all audio platforms as well. So if you're a listener of the pod, you're not a watcher of the pod, then you can find us on Apple Pod, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, etc., etc. And lastly, guys, this episode of the High Level Podcast is brought to you by AdLast. AdLast believes that every business deserves access to high-quality digital marketing. Understand the reason behind the results with expert guidance leading you every step of the way. Link is in the description. I also would love to say thank you to my boy Steven for coming on. It's honestly been a pleasure. I really enjoyed having you.
Yes, thanks for coming.
Seat's always open. The mic's always open for you whenever you want to come on. I tell everyone who does come on and enjoys it and wants to come back,
Please do.
totally come back. We'll chop it up. We're gonna switch, like I said too, we're gonna switch some things up, different segments, kind of. And subliminal news here, and I'm not giving you guys the full cup of tea, but you guys can expect a pretty cool change to the show and things, how we do things a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. I want to leave this one kind of up for thought and debate, because this is gonna be really dope, guys.
Let's
so
see where they go with their minds.
I'm very excited to either announce this to you guys or just pop up on your bitch asses and hit you guys with some shit that you're not expecting. So
Yeah.
hey, it gives you.
I don't think they'll be ready either way.
If you're a first-time listener, this is something to look forward to. So, again, Steven, thank you very much for coming. And
Thank you
guys,
for having me.
week 8 is in the books. We will see you guys next week.
Woo woo.